Hello, everyone. This is Herschel Kirksk, and he's a perfect example of today's young man who finds himself isolated, who searches for connection, who searches for authenticity and meaning and purpose. All of it is being denied because Herschel, people don't like men, women don't like men, and men don't like men. So the loneliness men feel is just a part of nature. Now, I want to check out one of his videos. We'll take a look at this one.
I'm making a video just to get my thoughts out. Hold on. Yeah, what's up, YouTube? I'm making a video just to get my thoughts out there. I have a YouTube channel. Only got like 3 videos up. I don't really upload too much, but I'm just trying to, just make vlogs and stuff. Try to do something small. I swear, man. Like this society, man. I feel like every day is just declining. Like every day, man. I'm so lonely.
It has been declining. And see what he said? I'm so lonely. This is exactly. But Herschel, your videos are a breath of fresh air from all the typical posturing I get from guys on the internet.
All the time. Every day I'm lonely, man. Every day I'm in my house, apartment by myself. I have no friends. I have no girlfriend. I'm an incel, all the incel stuff that people talk about, like, oh, incels are violent and stuff. I'm the most pacifistic man that I know. And
Exactly. You're a gentle person, and that's why you're targeted. One, you're a man, and two, they figure you're a target that won't fight back. That's right. It just shows you how nasty society is to men.
over time, man, I don't know what's going on, but man, I am tired, man. Like, all I do is watch YouTube videos and stay in my house. I don't really do shit because, like, nowadays, man, I feel like everything is just declining slowly, like video games, movies, TV shows.
They are. Oh, by the way, the reason why you don't have friends is because men don't like other men. That is a simple understanding you should have, Herschel. If men liked other men, they would hang with one another, no matter what your position in life was. Right. And of course, you don't have a girlfriend because you don't have the status to bribe her. We understand that too.
Art, just everything is in a decline, and I feel it. And I'm trying to see if anyone else feels it. Like I go on YouTube. There's very little videos that I can watch. There's not that many videos to watch anymore. And like now, it's just like everything is just so boring now. Like everything is so political and stale and just dry. Even gaming. I've been gaming since I was like 3 years old. Like, I'm a gamer at heart, and even with gaming, I'm starting to lose my love for gaming. And I guess it's just me. I guess maybe it's just me. I'm depressed or whatever. I've been.
Thank you for admitting that. Because if you had enthusiastic male friends who are into a game, you would love that game. So it's your isolation and lack of purpose and meaning that's getting away of your enjoyment of your gaming. That's true.
been I've been going through depression for a long time, and I think it's just due to society. Like the amount of loneliness I feel every day. Like a lot of people can't go through it. A lot of people can't like withstand the amount of loneliness that I have to go through on a day-to-day basis. And overall, it's just like, man, like, what can I do, man? Like, I hate working. I don't feel like getting a job.
By the way, Herschel, everyone hates working, even including the guys who say they love it. When guys get to work, it's all about gaining something. A job is the means to the end. And your job would just be just surviving. And so it's not going to be fulfilling, you know. But guys who are doing well for themselves, that is, they're gaining status, their job gives them meaning. not because of the work, but because of the status they gain from it.
at home every day, and I'm like, what the fuck should I do, bro? Like, I don't even know. I can't even afford video games anymore, really. So I don't know. I don't know what's left, man. Like, can somebody tell me what's left? Like, do people still watch movies? Do people go out to the park? Do people still go to Six Flags? Do people still hang out and talk to one another? Because I don't even know anymore, man. I'm just gone. You know, like I don't know if people watch movies anymore. I don't know if people still enjoy video games. I mean, I haven't played Call of Duty since Call of Duty Go. So like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, everything that I grew up to love is just dead. You know, and I don't know if it's me. I'm trying to. If someone watches this video, please comment. Is it me? Is it? Am I crazy for?
No, this is important. This is a guy who's actually willing to put himself out there in video and be honest. There's no posturing here. There's just his heart is on his sleeve. I mean, he's opening himself up for attack because Herschel, if you were a girl, guys would be flooding into this section and even other women and giving you positive support, right? Most guys will attack you as a guy.
Feeling like there's nothing left in society. Like there's nothing left for me to do. Like or for young men to do. You know, there's no country for young men. Because everywhere I go, all I see are old people. You know, the demographic winter. There's nothing but old people everywhere. I don't see young people. I don't see people who are in their 20s, 19, 18. I'm the class of 2015, so my generation was really small. I'm a millennial, so my generation is extremely small. So just being isolated.
Yeah, that should tell you something too, Herschel. This idea of guys wanting to spread their seed and people wanting children and family, that is bullshit. That is propaganda. That's why your generation is small. Given a choice, people don't have lots of children. These children are work.
Every day, it's not good for the mental health. And overall, I'm just making this video just to get my heart out there, man. I'm in so much pain. Like I'm so lonely. Like every day, like I don't hang out with my friends. I don't have a big family. I don't have a girlfriend. I know being an incel. Oh, you're an incel. You hate women. I'm like, nah, bro. I don't hate women. It's like,
They're just attacking you. The insult is an attack. It's the new N word, Herschel. You've got to understand that. The word incel is used for any man who raises any issue he has. It has nothing to do with whatever the original meaning was.
bro, women hate me, bro. I never had a female. I never even had a female friend. So like, I'm just trying to see if other people are feeling me, man. Like, gaming is so boring. Movies are boring. Music is shit now.
Oh, by the way, guys don't have female friends. A friend is a peer, and when, girls are not your peers. They are above us in society, so we can never be friends.
I have to dig from like music from like the '90s and the '80s and shit. I gotta go to music that I didn't even grow up in the '80s really. So and I'm trying to find music and movies from like the '80s.
That's saying a lot because I would say that too, but I'm an old guy. I'm in my 50s. So my assumption would be that, oh, I grew up in that era, and so I have nostalgia for it. But this guy's only 24. Herschel's only 24. So he's not the only young person I've heard say this. Young people of this generation are attracted to older music because the older music still was a form of art.
'80s, the '90s, just digging for stuff because there's nothing good that's coming out recently. So yeah, um, just trying to hang in there and just trying my best to like find a way um to really just know that I'm not alone in what I feel. I've been watching videos on like society is declining due to COVID, whatever. You know, COVID. In my opinion, COVID was more or less. They created COVID to have a reason for them to have an excuse for why society is declining.
No, COVID is neither here or there, Herschel, to tell you the truth. If COVID never happened, we'd be in the exact same position we are now.
Like society is declining because of the demographics, and overall, just people are not as smart as they used to be. So people can't create like creative works anymore because
I disagree with that, Herschel. There's still all kinds of creative people out there. Just like you are an example of a man who yearns for purpose and connection, right? And authenticity. You're the human being, a perfect example of the human race, right? So if you exist, you know that people who have creative powers exist as well. It's just that you know that Hollywood and corporations, it's a combination of greed and hatred. The corporations are greed. The feminism that is infiltrated art is about hatred, and they stifle creativity. They destroy it. The corporations are about money and not about the art. And feminists are about hatred, not about the art. And that's where the decline comes from.
people don't have the intellect. Gen Z doesn't have the intelligence to create, new movies, new cartoons. That's why they're rebooting everything because the newest generation, the youngest generation, doesn't have the creativity or the work ethic to create new things. So, you know, I'm a millennial. I'm 24, so I know my generation. I
I
know.
disagree about the work ethic, though. It's not that your generation is lazy. That's bullshit. It's just that your generation, at least the young men, have there's no carrot to pull you ahead. There's no great goal. There's no brass ring for you to go to. Without that, there's no motivation. Society has taken away your motivation for your work ethic. As for the girls, they never had work ethic anyway.
We're itemized, we're isolated, we don't care about creating things. We're just consumers on our phones every day. And it's depressing, man. It's so depressing. So me personally, hopefully in the future I can get a brick phone. I can delete social media and find friends, find people to be with, to be around that are unplugged from the construct. Because I'm unplugged, I don't have a. I mean, I use Instagram, but I'm gonna keep it real. Like Instagram is just for like it's like soft porn.
Thank you. Thank you again, Herschel, for admitting. Uh, I applaud your use of it because that's the only good use it would be for a guy anyway.
Like I don't use Twitter, I don't use Facebook, I don't use Discord or whatever the fuck people are using now. Maybe YouTube, and that's it really. But yeah, man. Let me know your thoughts about this video. This is just off the rip. I didn't write.
Good. Now, I just want to respond to this gentleman, Zegonite, who talks to him. Let's see. Can we get it a little bigger? Nah, that's about as big as we're going to get it. I think. Yeah, it's about as big as we can get it. Now, Zeganite, I see why you subscribe to me. We're both struggling with this way of the world today. It really does seem that true creativity is a dying art. Your reference to all the reboots is a great example. That's right, Zeganite, but the reason for it is, again, corporate greed and feminist hate. That's why. I read an article that when empire civilizations are on the verge of collapse, discovery, creativity, and ingenuity start to decrease rapidly. So maybe we're approaching the end of the current paradigm. Most Mostly, I'm like you. I wish I could at least find someone who loved me for who I was. Exactly, Zeke. And this is the problem guys don't admit. Uh, that doesn't exist. Men are not loved for the person they are. But most girls aren't interested in guys like us. Women aren't interested in men, period, Zeke. Those who have decided to disengage from the rat race due to being some combination of lazy, depressed, and unmotivated by carrots that are dangled in front of us. That's true. I think you have to believe in what you do for a living. I agree with that. And I don't think we believe that doing the jobs we are offered by this society will result in a significantly better experience for most living things. I agree, Zigonite. I too feel very lonely in this world. We were already pretty isolated before the pandemic, and now it's even worse. I can't make new friends either. Oh, the reason why, Zigonite, is men don't like men. If men like men, you'd have an easy time making friends, right? And the friends I make are older losers like me, which is depressing. You know why, Zigonite? Because men aren't really friends with one another. Those successful guys who hang together are networking with one another to maintain their status or gain further status. That's not friendship to me, right? You want to friends with men, you remember what it was like when you were 8. Little boys actually like the friendship of other little boys, right? Once you hit puberty, that's over. The ones who have done well in society usually hang out with other winners. Exactly. And are just so busy with work and their families that they can't make much time to hang out. Dude, the women in their family make time to hang out with their friends because women like other women. So there's no excuse for men not hanging with other men. They just don't want to. At least you're 24, you can still make something of yourself. In other words, you can still gain status, right? You don't want to end up like me with the same mindset, except feeling too old to start a career. Okay, Zigonite, you're talking about gaining status. You should know by now that that doesn't mean anything. It's not a replacement. Status is not a replacement for a purpose and connection and authenticity. It doesn't connect. It's not a replacement for that. Okay. I shouldn't make you feel guilty though. Maybe we were fated to fall short and be sad. I just have a really hard time accepting that myself. I think we're both good people on the inside. And I'd like to say that I think we both deserve better. Yeah, actually, you guys do deserve better. Men don't deserve to be isolated just because they don't have status. But these days, society seems to reward those with a strong sense of drive and work ethic. Not necessarily Zigonite. Zigonite, what's happening now to high status men like Harvey Weinstein? Harvey Weinstein is going to jail for the rest of his life because he had sex with women. That was his big crime. And he's not the only one. Me Too is taking men who have succeeded in life and draining them of all that success. So at least if something bad happens to you, you know that you haven't wasted your life getting somewhere for someone else to destroy or steal, right? Anyway, that's what I have to say about that. And I'm going to end this video here. And Herschel, hopefully you see this and maybe you respond to it.